Hi, my name is Marusi Price. I'm an English teacher and mindfulness life coach. I create and use mindfulness tools in my lessons. And if you want to find out more about my work, you can visit my website, inspirationalenglish.co.uk, or simply click the link in the bio. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about how much we learn from our students. Yes, we teach them a lot: English, math, science, geography, biology, but they teach us as well. And this morning, while doing a meditation, I recalled a story which took place about 6 years ago. I had just moved to Folkestone, and I started working as a volunteer at a local organization called CRAN, which helps young refugees to settle down in England. I was teaching English along with two other English teachers for a year, and this experience was truly transformational for me. So the story that I remember that morning is about that we can find faith and find a way to move forward in our life, even when we are in the midst of personal turmoil. The story is quite long. I really wanted to post it, however, it is quite long, so I decided to narrate it for you. So here it goes. At that time, 6 years ago, I just moved from lively Eastbourne to Folkestone, a beautiful coastal town in Kent, which takes pride in its bustling creative community. I'd spent 5 marvelous months in my dream language school. My students came from all over the world. They were young, chirpy, and loved enjoying life. Their weekends were filled with rowdy parties on the beach, group outings to explore England, and shopping sprees to Harrods and Selfridges in London. A month into the move, I hear about the local organization which is looking for volunteers to teach adolescent refugees. Interestingly, I'm invited to attend a Macmillan coffee morning they've organized to raise money for their cause. To make a long story short, 2 weeks later, I embark on a new voluntary path, which I find meaningful and transformational. Soon after I start, I'm asked to assess the young people's English so that classes can commence. I'm about to meet them for the first time. When I enter their little hub, I see about 15 teenagers, all boys, who are mainly from Afghanistan, Eritrea, and the Sudan. They seem to know each other very well and are playing language games on the few computers in the room. It appears they have all settled down nicely, and they make me feel at ease too. After being introduced, I'm left in the room and start my assessment. It all goes nice and smoothly. Even though their English is not fluent, we manage to understand each other. I hear about their long, tedious journey across seas and foreign countries, their struggles along the way, but also about the wonderful people who are helping them open a new page in their lives here in the UK. After a short break, a tall, dark-haired teenager sits opposite me. I guess he's barely 16. After introducing himself, he says he is Afghan. He's polite and eager to speak English. I tell him a little bit about myself and then ask him, "Would you tell me about your family, please?" "My 2 brothers are here with me, but my parents were shot before I fled my country," he says quietly. My blood freezes and I don't know how to respond. I can feel tears welling up in my eyes and try to hide them. My mind is racing even faster than a Formula One car, and I notice I feel guilty for asking this question. The dean is sitting quietly and a warm smile appears on his lips. It's okay, teacher. I'm okay. His words break the silence. I look into his eyes and I'm able to see his vulnerability, his emotional trauma he'll always carry in his heart, but also a sense of hope that he can build a new life here in this country. I think of Rumi's quote, "The wound is the place where light enters you." And I realize that he's found his inner light. Once again, I'm reminded that we can always discover a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort we are experiencing. A few months later, this same lad's English is improved by leaps and bounds, and he's admitted to college. I'm happy for him and feel grateful for the lesson he taught me. Be like the lotus, trust in the light, grow through mud, and believe in new beginnings. So I'm curious what lessons you have learned from your students. And if you want, you can share them underneath that post. I really want to read them. Meanwhile, have a beautiful day, everyone.